terrific look at the picturesque city of Portland. Well, the weekend obviously is in full swing, and so is the NBA. Hey, thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. And tonight, we've got the New York Knicks up against the Portland Trailblazers here at Moda Center with Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan, and we're pleased to have on the sidelines tonight David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Star players move around more than ever, it seems, but guys like Damian Lillard are emulating legends like Dirk Nowitzki, who stayed put in Dallas his whole career. Dame said, "I'm not loyal to a fault. I'm loyal to the person that I am. I want this city to feel what it's like winning the championship after such a long time." Kevin?
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
Let's take a look at Rose. With the voting as it is now, it looks like he'll miss out on a spot in the starting lineup for the East.
Yeah, not even in the top 10, but it shouldn't take away from what he's done this year. It's been a very good season for him.
A great All-Star weekend it'll be. We'll keep you updated as we get closer. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. It's Randle and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. R.J. Barrett is out there with Rose. And it's Toppin in at the small forward position. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. Emphasizing the importance of a deep bench. A few teams, Doris, across the league are riddled with injuries right now.
And this is where your front office has to find a way to be successful year after year. And players over the course of a season maybe won't play for 5, 6, 7, 8 games, and then an injury opens an opportunity, and you have to have a high level of professionalism at the end of the bench to endure these moments. And that is one of Derrick Rose's signature moves. May not be as fast as he once was, but boy, that explosive first step remains.
Now here's Lillard. The 3 from Anthony. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. Here's Randle. And the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul.
Ref's calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
Here is Rose. A 14-point game for him in the win against Indiana. Pass to Randle. Back to Rose. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Rose has got his second bucket of the night.
Julius Randle can do a little bit of everything. That's a great find to get his teammate an open look.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. Here's Lillard playing Oklahoma City. He was nearly unstoppable. It's up a 3. They grabbed their own miss and finished off by Nurkic.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Barrett the pass to Rose. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Nurkic in the post, guarded by Robinson. Robinson with the block.
Well, no easy buckets with Mitchell Robinson in the vicinity. Sends that back with authority.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
And R.J. Barrett setting records in the ACC for scoring as a freshman. Talk about his offensive package.
Well, Greg, for me, this guy is wired to score. He can dribble it, he can shoot it, and he can pass it. And I think he's at his absolute best when he's attacking the rim.
And Doris, while he's kind of welcomed the spotlight of playing in New York, off the court, R.J. Barrett more of a homebody.
Right, and I love that because this is a young man who's committed to his craft. All of his energy is on becoming the best NBA player he can possibly be. But Greg, 100% correct. He's got the temperament and maturity to face the pressure of New York. Ooh, couldn't quite get that one. 4 for 5.
And the foul on Obi Toppin. That's his first foul. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile one block a moment ago.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Trailblazers have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Lillard surveying the D. Pass to Nurkic. Lillard outside. Just 5 to shoot. Unloads.
And the defense not making things easy for them.
That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. And Covington sends it back.
This guy is such a lengthy wing defender. Robert Covington doing work defensively.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. And it's blocked. Here's Barrett. That shot is off. And it's Portland the other way. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And they did a super job of getting those extra opportunities. Offensive rebounds, 50-50 balls. Those possessions, I felt like, were key.
Well, you've got to be decisive in catch-and-shoot situations, and Julius Randle leaves no doubt.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. McCollum against Barrett. Lillard up top. His point totals exceed any reasonable expectations. Somehow he's managed to average about 34.5 points a game.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Now here's Toppin. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Covington dishes to Lillard. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Lillard's got 6.
Wow, how about the start to this game? Taking excellent shots, capitalizing on everything the defense is giving him. This is great stuff.
Rose against Lillard. To the paint, Nurkic with the steal. McCollum against Rose. McCollum no good.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Barrett kicks to Randle. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. 7-point differential. Pass to McCollum. Lets it go from deep. Here's Nurkic. There's the pass to Anthony. Kicks it out to Lillard. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Covington's shot is off. The Knicks leading by 7. Here's Barrett. Good D by McCollum.
Boy, that's the kind of look this offense is designed to create. That's just a tough miss.
And he lays it straight in.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
Now here's Rose. He's got 6. Toppin passes to Rose. Randle outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A 3-pointer off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 5. Lillard finds Anthony. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Takes it out to Covington. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
There you go. Not the best start, but maybe that's the shot that gets him in rhythm.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And as he gets older, we've seen Derrick Rose coming out of his shell a bit more. Early in his career, he was wary of strangers and the media.
And growing up, Derrick Rose protected by his family from the dangers of Chicago. Then, Greg, after starring at the University of Memphis, he was drafted by his hometown Bulls.
Anointed a savior from day one. And you talk about a life under the microscope. Sports writers picking him apart, rabid fans wanting a piece. In a lot of ways, it's probably better for him not playing in Chicago.
No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul. I'd go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Here's Robinson. The Blazers getting the bucket. Rose passes to Robinson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Endorse, the Knicks have made it clear that they see Mitchell Robinson as one of their key young players moving forward.
So would I, Greg, if I had a quick twitch 7-footer with the shot blocking abilities, the defensive instincts, and this guy is putting in the time to grow his game on the offensive end. Listen, Mitchell Robinson is going to be a problem in this league.
First one falls for him.
I think obviously the shot blocking skills are the first thing you think of when you think of Mitchell Robinson. But this guy is showing signs of improving on the offensive end as well.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Harry Giles is checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson in for McCollum. Then for the Knicks, Frank Ntilikina comes in for Barrett. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Derrick Rose. Robinson hits them both. And here is Powell. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. He dishes it to Lillard. Payton with some nice D.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Pass to Burks. Here's the three. They get it again. A second chance effort. They shoot again. Trying to get open is Gibson. Robinson, that's good. And the Knicks lead by 6.
Well, this is where Mitchell Robinson can make his impact on the offensive end. Get the putback with that verticality.
Cantor kicks to Powell. Passes it to Hollis-Jefferson. Back to Powell. Gibson with the steal. Cantor against Robinson. Ntilikina looking it over. The rebound by Giles.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Hollis-Jefferson. It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Looking at the Knicks, they took the win in their last game against the Indiana Pacers. Lobbed up there for Robinson. The shot, no good.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
Payton, good.
Boy, at 6'4", Elfrid Payton has great size at his position and uses it to his advantage to score inside.
Portland with the ball, trailing here by 8. Powell with it. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Here's Burks. Second chance shot. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. This their first look at this year's New York squad.
And going back a season ago, it was a win for both sides in their two meetings.
You know, despite the disparity in talent, these two teams played each other tough last year. Let's see how competitive they are this time around. You've got to have a great sense of timing on the alley-oop pass. Fantastic finish by Mitchell Robinson.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
Jones checked in for Harry Giles. And New York with a change here, too. Noel's checked in. Powell, no one around him. No good on the quick three. New York with the ball. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run. Payton against Lillard. Oh, that's blocked.
Encouraging to see Cantor trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Ennis.
Burks for three. The shot comes out. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. And now here comes Jones leading the break. The shot by Lillard wide open. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Lillard against Payton. He kicks it to Burks. Takes the three. Good D by Jones.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Now here's Payton. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Burks against Jones. Burks' shot is good.
They are just killing him on the interior.
We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter. Three-pointer, Lillard. The rebound by Gibson.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Ntilikina. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Indiana. Misses the layup. Trailblazers trail by 7. Pulls it from 20. And it's Noel with the rebound.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Proving he belongs in this league. Ntilikina getting better at taking contact and finishing. Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Now Burks. Last time 14 points for him. To the inside. Here's Payton. 3 seconds left. No good at the rim. And that does it for the first quarter. Knicks lead by 7. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his upbringing when it comes to developing his leadership skills.
I think it comes from being in a big family. You know, as a kid, I would go to my grandmother's house, and I had a bunch of older cousins, a few younger cousins, boys and girls, and we had to make sure everybody ate. We had to make sure everybody was comfortable, everybody felt safe.
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, very disruptive in that first period. They never allowed the offense to get comfortable.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Knicks. They've got Payton. Taj Gibson is out there with Noel. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Toppin in at the 3 slot.
How about that show of strength from Nerlens Noel? No fear in how he attacks the defense on these shots.
Here's Lillard. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. From deep three-point range, offensive rebound. Cantor banked in off the glass.
I love the hustle and the heart with which Enes Kanter plays. This guy is a terror on the offensive glass.
Burks looking around to the left side wing. Toppin with it. Cantor covering. Just 5 on the clock. Burks for 3. Connects from three-point range. Burks has got 5.
Well, Burks is a lethal three-point threat. This guy has such an effortless shooting stroke.
Here's Powell. Got a piece of it. And here is Payton. There's the dish to Toppin. Back to Payton. New York moving it around. And it's Noel missing.
Boy, defense nowhere to be found, and neither was his shot at that time.
Here's Jones. It's rebounded by New York. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And in that one, the offensive execution made the difference. They found and exploited the mismatch repeatedly.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness in the defense.
And Doris, with Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, it's more than just stats. The guy is just so active when he's on the floor.
That's right, Greg. It's the hustle and the movement he plays with that are really the strengths.
Take a break.
Only
Take a break.
6'6", but it feels
Two
like
shots.
he can play above that size. Great energy guy to bring off the bench, and if you need him because of injuries or fill-in spots, he can start and be productive.
The first free throw is good. You and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know
but,
it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Covington passes to McCollum. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Randle with some nice D. New York leading by 8. Here's Barrett, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Robert Covington picks one up.
R.J. Barrett, the ability to make adjustments in high speed, gets his shot off despite the defender and the contact.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like. And a star player at Kentucky, Julius Randle, selected 7th back in 2014.
And it's not easy as a young player to overcome an injury early, but Julius has done that, and he has proven capable as a scorer in the NBA, and that to me is where he can make his mark.
Now here's McCollum. He's coming off a 31-point game against Oklahoma City.
Well, you also have to credit the way he controlled the pace of the game and was able to create for his teammates.
Portland again missing. The Knicks have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Toppin passes to Randle. Over McCollum. Randle no good. And the foul on Obi Toppin. That's foul number 2 for him. Trailblazers trail by 9. McCollum outside.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Outside Anthony. From deep. Randle grabs the board.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And the basket by Rose.
Boy, what a warrior Derrick Rose is. Guy gets buckets through contact out there, so tough.
So it's Portland now. 11-point game. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for him. Rose against McCollum. Pass to Covington. Inside. Here's Anthony. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Wow, this defense is blanking him down the stretch, and that's certainly hurting his team's chances.
Clearly a foul.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And he knocks down the first one. Giles checked in for the Trailblazers. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for New York. And so he makes both from the line. And Portland has possession, trailing by 13. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Nurkic with it. Now defended by Randle. McCollum against Rose. And the basket by McCollum.
And give McCollum credit. It's big for his confidence when he's able to muscle these shots in.
Outside Robinson. And they call an illegal screen here. Well, it's not just point guards that can pass the rock. Here are the assist leaders among shooting guards over the span of the last month. Fourth, C.J. McCollum.
And that list of players just goes to show that great passing doesn't just come from the point. The way those guys distribute the ball from the 2 spot is a thing of beauty.
Yeah, it almost seems like they're more like hybrid guards. They can create opportunities for their teammates or handle the scoring duties themselves. Either way, they're valuable to have around. I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter, he has been completely bothered.
Toppin can't get it to go. Trailblazers trail by 11. And the call will be against R.J. Barrett. That's foul number 2 for him. Powell with it. McCollum outside.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Can't allow Barrett that kind of positioning. He's just too skilled at finishing, even when you try to get physical with him.
And a physical presence is former Kentucky Wildcat Julius Randle. But he's got some mobility to go along with it, able to move and attack in transition.
You know, people have talked about Julius Randle's game. He's a power driver, isn't he, Craig? I mean, the guy just bulldozes all the way in.
I like that phrase, Kev. You know, very fluid for his size. A pretty good ball handler and passer. I think his shooting is where he's still filling in the gaps. It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. And before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. The league continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you. Knicks on offense. They're on a 15-6 run. Here's Randle. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Here's McCollum. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game. Rose attacking, makes it off the glass. Rose has got 6 in the quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Trailblazers trail by 18. It's Covington on the wing. Nurkic trying to get open, and Robert Covington gets the 3.
Right now, Robert Covington in the catch and shoot has so much confidence.
Rose against McCollum. Rose surveying the D. In the corner, Barrett with it. Rebound by Nurkic.
Boy, he's at the cup, but that is tremendous defense. Prohibit the lay-in without fouling.
Covington kicks to Giles. McCollum passes to Giles. To the middle, Portland moving the ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the basket by McCollum.
Well, you love to see Norman Powell be unselfish and find an open teammate. That's pretty.
McCollum against Rose. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Robert Covington picks one up.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Catching up on the changes for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Derek Jones comes in for Robert Covington. And Lillard subbed in for Norman Powell. And a switcher also for New York. Ntilikina's checked in. The free throw drops for Rose.
Well, the knee issues robbed Derrick Rose of some of his athleticism, but maybe more importantly, he lost that development time. Still a big-time player, though, every time he takes the floor.
Now here's McCollum. He has 6. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Here's Ntilikina. He's guarded by McCollum. To get open is Robinson. Randle no good. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. It's a 13-point game. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That is his first foul of the game. Taj Gibson's checked in for New York. Burks comes in for Rose. Giles the pass to Jones. Kanter dishes to Lillard. Outside, Jones. Now, here's Lillard. Defense is right there. Can't hit from in close. Burks kicks to Barrett. Back to Burks. Robinson left side. Over Giles. Just 4 to shoot. And the Knicks miss again. Trailblazers trail by 13. Jones, no one around him. It's rebounded by Barrett. Barrett's got 4 rebounds in this game. The shot drops. His shooting percentage improves. He's 3 for 7 now with that basket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Lillard. He's got 11. Kicks it to Jones. Back to Lillard. Clock at 6. And it's in there.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Here's Ntilikina. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Robinson, that's good. 8 points for Mitchell Robinson.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Jones from outside. Here's Giles. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Mitchell Robinson.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. And New York with a change here, too. Elfrid Payton, he's checked in for Barrett. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Robinson finds Burks. Shoots over Hollis Jefferson. Offensive rebound. Here's Robinson. Excellent D from Cantor.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Oh no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses.
Well, to me, guys, you've got to know who you are. And Enes Kanter has a great sense of what he does well. Excellent low post game, superb rebounder, understands how to use his body. I love this guy.
Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Portland. Noel's checked in for New York. Good on the second free throw. Now here's Payton. 1:07 left to play here in the half. Down low. And Noel throws it down.
And that's an example of his athleticism, right? Nerlens Noel, the ability to leap up and ram it home.
59 seconds left in the first half of the game. Outside, Jones. Lillard from outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Lillard's got 16.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Up their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
The pass to Noel. Here's Ntilikina, defended by Jones. On its way from Burks for 2. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Here's Hollis Jefferson. It's tipped. They get it back. Goes back up. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. There's the steal. And now Jones running the floor all by himself. And Gibson sends it back.
Boy, Gibson's so good at timing these rejections. Twice on the pipes from Taj.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. And we've reached halftime in this one. New York ahead. They're up by 10. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Elfrid, how big is defense going to be in the second half to help you get this win?
It's going to be big. That's what it's going to come down to. Defense wins games.
It certainly does, Elfrid. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Derrick Rose taking care of business in this one. He ended up with 17 points. And looking at the state of the New York Knicks, last season clearly not the win total they'd expected, Kenny. What's next?
Well, patience. You know, it's a young core mixed with an old core, so they got to figure that out.
Which gives you a medium core.
They have to have time to develop, though, for the young players. And once that happens, possibly return.
Patience. They need a shared voice from management to the front office to the coaching staff. They need something.
How's my core looking, by the way?
Look good.
Six-pack.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side,
my brother.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. A fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Trailblazers trail by 10. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Anthony, and it's Covington in at the 3. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. And the basket by Lillard.
And once they rolled the ball out there, Lillard turned on the switch. He is doing it all tonight. Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him. That'll put Mitchell Robinson on the line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
One shot.
Throw good, Robinson. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. They trail by 11. And the foul on Rose. That's foul number 2 for him. How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Lillard against Rose. And Lillard kicks to Anthony. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 6th assist on the night. The Knicks leading by 9. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Rose passes to Randle. It's Barrett on the wing. He is guarded by McCollum. 6 to shoot. Tries a 3. Randle no good. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Here's Barrett. And a little luck that time, but it drops. 11 points for R.J. Barrett.
Now, R.J. Barrett wants to get in transition and get a basket before the defense can settle in.
McCollum, left side. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Rose against Lillard. Rose kicks to Robinson. Rose dishes to Toppin. Pass to Randle. Over Anthony. And to get open is Robinson. Randle no good.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Anthony. Nurkic trying to get open. It'll go, and the New York lead is cut down now to just 6, and the basket from Anthony.
You know, and even when the play isn't for him, Anthony able to get on the glass and on the scoreboard.
Here's Rose. Count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
For Portland, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Barrett against McCollum. To the paint. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. And checking out some numbers for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Three-pointer, Lillard. It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got 15 rebounds here tonight. And Barrett gets it to go. And now a 10-point Knicks lead.
R.J. Barrett entered the league with confidence and an ability to get off the dribble drive. Nicely done.
Portland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Lillard outside. McCollum against Barrett. Here's Nurkic. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Rose passes to Randle. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Covington with the ball. Passes it to Nurkic. Trailblazers moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. And Lillard gets double teamed. Nurkic finds Anthony. Nurkic. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
How about the anticipation and the timing there? He is all over it.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Norman Powell's checked in for Lillard.
Taking a look now at some numbers for Julius Randle. Just an incredible month of basketball. Averaging about 16 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it to me is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Trailblazers trail by 8. McCollum outside. Robinson pulls it in.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
Trailblazers have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Count that one. Powell's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Boy, Carmelo Anthony is capable, when he wants to, of spotting that open man. Pretty pass.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Now let's take a moment to see the teams that lead the league in field goal percentage. 5th best, the Trailblazers.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
Now here's Powell. He's got 6. Dishes it to McCollum. With some arc. Here's Nurkic. Back to Powell from downtown. No good on that one. And New York the other way now. They led by as many as 18 points. Here's Toppin. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And a chance here to take a look at the numbers for Derrick Rose. 5th for free throw percentage, and he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
And he's been deadly from the free throw line. Only a handful of players are shooting a better percentage. Phenomenal asset to have on your team. Free throw is good by Toppin. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for the Trailblazers. And then for New York, Noel's checked in for Robinson. Burks comes in for Randle. And it's Payton in for Derrick Rose. And so he hits both. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. 8-point game. Fires the 3. It's good from long range. McCollum's got 15.
Challenging this D with the 3 ball. That's his 2nd from distance this half. And he also hit one in the first half, too.
Now Toppin. 8 points for him. So here's Burks. Looking to get back on track here. Rebound by Nurkic. Trailblazers trail by 5. It's McCollum on the wing. Second shot opportunity. Count it, and the foul. It's going to be on Obi Toppin.
Reach and athleticism combined, they make Nurkic a very effective rebounder.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. The Knicks making a switch here. Gibson's checked in.
You know, it took Nurkic a while to kind of establish himself as a starting center in the NBA, but it didn't take long to see it's a role he deserves.
Now here's Payton. No good that time. Good D by McCollum, and Elfrid Payton with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And Portland making a change here. Cantor's checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Ntilikina's checked in. McCollum passes to Powell for the tie. Here's Anthony. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Taj Gibson picks one up.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
And he makes the first. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
And it's tied up with that one.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Ntilikina kicks to Payton. He dishes it to Noel. Back to Payton. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
One thing we know about Elfrid Payton, this guy has got supreme confidence. He will force the issue if he's this close to the cup.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. He's off on the first. And he's good on the second.
It should be a 2-point lead, but they'll be satisfied to have edged into the lead.
Portland's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. McCollum outside for the lead, and that one drops for him. McCollum's got the lead up to 1 now for the Trailblazers.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Yeah, to start off with so many mistakes and still now find a way where everything's working, it allows their momentum and confidence to continue to build.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Good D by McCollum. Trailblazers shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Plenty of daylight on that shot. And it's a 4-point Portland lead.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Well, the speed of Elfrid Payton is a problem for many defenders. Really good job knifing inside and drawing contact.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. That's good from Payton.
I think Elfrid Payton has exciting potential. He's got unbelievable defensive instincts and work habits. He just needs to develop a little bit more on the offensive end.
Jones checked in for Anthony. And the Knicks making a change here as well. They're checked in for Frank Ntilikina. Now here's Powell. 9 points in the game so far. Hollis Jefferson can't hit. Barrett against Jones. And Barrett slams it in.
Wow, the hammer by R.J. Barrett. How about that athleticism?
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Portland. Pass to Cantor. Over Noel. Cantor kicks to McCollum. Over Payton. McCollum no good. The Knicks shooting reasonably well, 45%. And there's the pass to Burks. New York moving the ball around. The trade. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound. Hollis Jefferson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And it's good, 2 points. McCollum's got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
McCollum against Payton. Feeds to Noel. Barrett the pass to Payton. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Portland leading. Inside, Hollis Jefferson. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Now, here's Barrett. 15 points in the game. Burks on the wing. Looking to end his cold spell. And Jones sends it back. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Elfrid Payton.
Well, Norman Powell these last several seasons has turned himself into a knockdown shooter. And obviously last season much more involved on the offensive end. And that, to me, was his best performance to date.
And the first one at the line is good.
And with Powell, they rely on his shooting to open things up for everyone else.
Yeah, and for Norman Powell, he knows what he's about and welcomes that role. This is a guy who understands how to relocate in the midst of plays to create separation from defenders. He's always ready in catch-and-shoot situations.
And Noel kicks to Rose. To the wing on the left. Gibson dishes to Rose. Shot clock at 6. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things. And nothing fancy, really, about that play. That's just good old-fashioned, hard-nosed basketball to get that one.
And Barrett slams it in.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys. And it was the same exact story last time out.
1:30 left here in the third quarter. Powell, the pass to Canner. McCollum against Rose. The putback. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Lillard's checked in, and New York with a change here too. Robinson's checked in. .103 left in the third quarter of the game. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, R.J. Barrett comes with an aggressiveness and assertiveness. This guy wants to capitalize on the defender's mistake. Nice.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. There's a minute left in the third quarter. Pass to Canner. Back to Lillard. Robinson with the block. McCollum against Barrett. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
Well, they're not behind because of this guy. He is putting on a tremendous run.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the third. McCollum against Barrett. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Oh, McCollum in position, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
23 seconds left to play in the third. Rose against Lillard. Outside Rose. For the tie. No good. C.J. McCollum, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Portland Trailblazers. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front with momentum behind them. Back right after this. And let's listen to head coach Terry Stotts review the game plan with his guys.
Look, we're struggling. Ball's not going. Keep being aggressive, getting it out. Defensively, keep challenging shots. All right, keep talking. Everything's good down there. Way to rebound the ball. I love the tempo. Love the pace. All right, once we get it, we go. Make or miss.
Well, he knows the ball's going to start falling sooner or later.
And Kevin, it's just been one of those games offensively. They just got to continue to persevere, and hopefully a few will fall.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth, it's Randle and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Derrick Rose is out there with R.J. Barrett, and it's Burks in at the small forward.
the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That one misses for Robinson. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. Covington inside the line. Randle grabs the board. Randle's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Robinson. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And so here's Portland. Here is Lillard. McCollum finds Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 5th assist in this one. New York trailing. We played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. Burks against Covington. Passes it to Barrett. Lock at 6. Cantor against Rose. And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. Nurkic checked in for Jones. Toppin, he's checked in for New York. And Mitchell Robinson is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. McCollum passes to Nurkic. Back to McCollum. New York with the ball. They trail by 1. The kick out to Rose. Barrett against Covington. Over in the corner, Randle. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeding. Wasted no time on that one. Lillard's got 6 here in this quarter.
And with that 3, his 2nd of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Here now, the upcoming schedule for the Portland Trailblazers. On Monday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Friday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the Phoenix Suns.
And for their matchup with the Magic, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
The first one falls. Anthony's checked in for Portland. And Rose drops them both. And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. Anthony, the pass to McCollum. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And now the Knicks on the break. Anthony with the block.
Melo just reading the play the right way, put in the extra effort to come up with such a nice block.
Here's Lillard. And here's McCollum for 3. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. McCollum's got 22 points.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Portland leading by 5. For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Covington with the bucket.
This is about perseverance and passion. Robert Covington refuses to be denied.
Rose finds Randle. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one's on Anthony.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Shoot 2.
That free throw good from Randle. And Covington may be not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player, can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Both free throws good from Randle.
It seems to me Julius Randle improves every season, and the more responsibility he's given, it seems the better he performs.
Now here's Lillard. Pass to Carmelo. Outside Covington. There's the 3. Lillard misses. Knicks trail by 5. Now the feed to Randle over Anthony, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, with his strength, Julius Randle can absorb contact easier than a lot of players. This guy is not going to be intimidated.
Shoot 2.
First free throw is good. Both free throws good from Randle.
He's forcing the action now, finally getting to the charity stripe after no freebies in the first half.
Barrett against McCollum. For 3, Covington. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Rose against Lillard. Rose kicks to Toppin. Takes the 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got rebound number 15 here tonight. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on R.J. Barrett.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
First one falls for him.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
Both free throws good from Lillard. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor, and these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the break, I heard Tom Thibodeau as he talked with the team. He said, look, you guys are playing physical, and I like that, but it has to be under control. We've committed way too many fouls. We've allowed way too many foul shots. Kevin?
Nurkic with the steal. And that one's good. Lillard's got the lead up to 10 now for Portland.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way. They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
It's McCollum with the drive. Again, the Trailblazers score.
And offensively, they finally seem to be coming around after an ugly first half.
To stop the run, and it's sent back by Lillard. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early, and just one more will put him over the limit.
Lillard with it. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And playing with the lead, you can see they're making a much more concerted effort to work the ball inside here in the second half.
Here's Barrett. That shot off the mark. Good D by Covington. Here's Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 6 assists here tonight.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Now here's McCollum. Softly drops in the floater. McCollum's got 17 points here in the second half.
And defensively, these guys are looking for answers since halftime. They've seemed disjointed and out of sync. They have got to get back that rhythm defensively.
Now here's Rose. And it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14.
Well, offensively, this guy has been cooking. They're definitely not losing because of him.
McCollum kicks to Lillard. Portland with a new 14.
Oh, tough play underneath there to give them another possession. Just what they were hoping for. A little more time off the clock.
You know, he's so tough to defend without fouling. Melo puts the defenders in tough spots.
And both free throws good for Anthony. Knicks trail by 17. Now Barrett. He kicks it to Rose. And it's good. He's made 2 for every 1 he's missed. 10 of 15 in the contest.
I'd say he gets on a roll, you better watch out. Rose is having a tremendous night. He's been relentless attacking.
McCollum, no good. The Knicks have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Nurkic with the block. Here's Lillard. And the layup's good off the glass. Lillard's got 35.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Rose against Anthony. There's the pass to Randle. And the shot goes in.
Boy, I love the confidence Julius Randle has in himself. This guy knows what it takes to score.
And it's Anthony with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. Lillard outside. Outside, Covington. Back to Lillard. Three-pointer. Buries the long-range jumper. Lillard's got 38 points.
And in the first half, it was a struggle offensively, shooting a very low percentage, but it hasn't prevented them from grabbing the lead, and now they're shooting it much better here in the second.
Now here's Randle, and it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession. Barrett for 3. Rebounded by Anthony. Portland leading by 18. An open look for Lillard, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Lillard's got 40 points. And it's Rose penetrating and out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
One of those nights where the wheels come off, nerves seem to be playing a factor.
So it's Portland now. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen. Here's McCollum. Good. And he has 28 points for the game.
And not everything fell for him in that first half, and now it looks like they're beginning to hit their stride.
Feeds it to Robinson. A slam dunk by Robinson.
The vision by Rose, right? Hits the open man. He's creating for others, and this guy is so tough to deal with.
And the Trailblazers shooting at 44%. Pretty reasonable. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. And in last year's playoffs, we saw zone defense turn the tide in certain games. And Doris, we know when executed well, they can throw an offense completely out of rhythm.
Kevin, I'm going to go back a step further to the Toronto Raptors championship 2 years ago, where they throw a box and one, a triangle and two, and multiple zone looks that helps them win a championship. Look no further than Miami's deep run in last year's playoffs. Listen, that can change the whole rhythm of a game. It can force an offense to start second-guessing itself. When you can change the rhythm, the tempo, and mix looks and force a team to think and really operate under duress, it only helps you win ball games.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Derrick Rose.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
All right, and wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Trailblazers leading by 18. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Kicks it to Carmelo. The shot, no good. The Knicks go the other way with it. Barrett the pass to Randle. Here's Robinson. Tries again. And it's good off the back rim and in. Randle's got 10 points in the quarter.
The ability to get to the mid-range game is something Julius Randle has proven he can do.
Here is Lillard. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Nurkic. Takes it out to Covington. No good with the triple. Knicks trail by 16. Randle passes to Barrett. Back to Randle. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Julius Randle is never going to back away from a defensive player. He knows he's got the strength to play through contact. Nice job drawing the foul.
That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second.
Listen, it's only one miss, but it hurts all the same as they try to cut into this lead.
Trailblazers leading by 15. 1:29 left in the fourth quarter. It's McCollum with the drive. And McCollum with the slam.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Portland.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Damian Lillard.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
There's 1:17 left in the fourth. Here's Simons. McCollum outside. Nice spin off the left rim and in. McCollum's got 34.
Well, you look up at the scoreboard, the time remaining, this game is effectively over.
Well, you have to appreciate the hard work that went into the building this lead. They have been terrific all night.
Here's Bullock. Shot clock reset for the Knicks. Pell. Here's Randle. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
Well, you love to see Julius Randle attack the offensive glass, get to his second chance opportunities. That's really well done.
Passes to Collins. Over Randle. Shot by Collins, no good. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Bullock. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And so he makes both from the line. We've got 22 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Well, this one is winding down now. Portland can watch the clock run out. Here's Simons. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Dame, they had an aggressive defense designed to slow you down, so how were you able to get it going?
I mean, I just had to stick with it. As long as I keep making plays for other guys, my teammates made shots, and that loosened up the defense and allowed me to get going.
Yeah, and it showed down the stretch, man, as you got the win. Congrats. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.